Hello students, in this lecture we are going to study about inheritance of two genes, that is dihybrid experiment suggested by Mendel, then law of independent assortment and introduction to chromosomal basis of inheritance. First of all, we are starting from inheritance of two genes. As you know, Mendel conducted monohybrid experiment on pea plant. At that time only one character was considered, that is height of plant, either tall or dwarf. Two characteristics were observed. Mendel also worked with the cross pea plant that differed in two characters, as seen in the cross between a pea plant that has seeds with yellow color and round shape. You can understand two characteristics observed for study purpose at the same time. So seeds with yellow color and round shape, and another that is seed of green color and wrinkle shape. So this experiment, actually it is not known as dihybrid experiment suggested by Mendel. Mendel found that the seeds resulting from the crossing of the parents had yellow color and round shaped seeds. Here actually yellow color was dominant over green and round shape is dominant over wrinkle. So here seed color yellow and green considered for experiment, and seed shape round and wrinkle is considered. If we talk about seed color, yellow is dominant over green, and about shape of this pea plant, that is pea seed, round shape is dominant over wrinkle. Let's understand this experiment through figure or diagrammatic representation here. It is actually result of dihybrid cross suggested by Mendel. Okay. Here you can see in first P1 generation, one parent is having round and yellow characteristics, and another parent is having wrinkle and green color characteristics of pea seed. Here for round, the allele responsible is capital R, for yellow capital Y, for wrinkle small r, and for green small y. So here you can understand round is dominant over wrinkle and yellow is dominant over green. So in P1 generation, the parents were selected. One was capital R, capital Y, capital Y, and another was small r, small y, small y. At the time of reproduction, when gametes are formed, meiosis division take place, reduction division take place. As you know, from this genotype, capital R, capital Y, the gamete is formed is having RY, capital R, capital Y type of genotype. And another side, from parent, another parent, that is wrinkle and green characteristics. Here from small r and small y, the gamete is formed of genotype small r, small y. So here gametes they are formed. One is having capital R, capital Y, and another is recessive small r, small y. By fusion of this, fertilization results in F1 generation, that is all offspring were capital R, capital Y, small y. And now we can understand what is characteristics of this type of seed. So that is round shape because dominant R is present, and yellow in color because dominant Y is present here. So in F1 generation, all seeds were having this characteristic, round and yellow. Now through this F1 generation, when selfing or self-cross or self-pollination take place, at that time the resulting generation, that is F2 generation, you can understand by studying Punnett square method here. Here 16 type of possibilities are there. From capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, these both parents are of this kind of alleles in there, and the gametes formed through this type of parents, four possibility are there. On both sides, row and column, you can see here capital R, small y, capital R, capital Y, small r, capital Y, and small r, small y. Both side you can see this type of gametes. One side we can assume imaging like female and another side we can assume like male gametes here. When possible cross we can study through Punnett square method. At that time through 4 type of gametes, 16 type of boxes we can form by fusion of these gametes, and here you can see this cross results into 16 type of possibilities. Here all type of possibilities are observed in F2 generation by selfing of this F1 generation. So out of this total 16 possibilities, the generation having round and yellow characteristics, out of 16, 9, round and green 3, wrinkle and yellow 3, and wrinkle and green only 1 offspring is observed. So this way, when dihybrid cross is conducted between parents having 2 different characteristics in F2 generation, total 16 type of possibilities are there. They are having different type of characteristics. Here ratio is 9:3:3:1. So 9 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1, total 16 type of possibility are there, and out of this 16 type of possibility, some are having both dominant, both recessive, or one dominant and one recessive in nature. So for this experiment actually 2 characteristics were considered or observed at a time, and that's why it is known as dihybrid cross. By studying this dihybrid experiment, now law of independent assortment. You have already studied in figure what is dihybrid cross, what is possibility in their offspring. Actually, the phenotype round yellow, wrinkle yellow, round green and wrinkle green, 4 type of phenotype possibilities are there. It is actually appear in ratio of 9:3:3:1 ratio. This ratio actually was observed for several pairs of characters studied by Mendel. So in dihybrid cross actually the expected ratio is 9:3:3:1. The ratio of 9:3:3:1 can be derived as a combination of series of 3 yellow, 1 green with 3 round, 1 wrinkle. So this derivation can be written as a follows. If we calculate mathematically, it is first 3 round, 1 wrinkle into 3 yellow, 1 green is equal to, now result is what you can see here, you know, is 9:3:3:1, 9 round yellow, 3 wrinkle yellow, 3 round green and 1 wrinkle green. So when this type of cross is conducted between 2 parents, when we consider 2 type of characteristic, at that time the ratio is achieved, which one is also expected ratio through Mendel's experiment, that is 9:3:3:1 type of ratio here. Based upon such observation like dihybrid cross, when crosses take place between plants of differing 2 traits, Mendel proposed a second set of generalizations that we know as Mendel's law of independent assortment. Now what is exactly statement of this law of independent assortment suggested by Mendel? If you remember, in monohybrid cross also 2 type of laws were proposed by Mendel. That one was law of dominance and law of segregation. By studying dihybrid cross experiment, once again the law of independent assortment was given by Mendel. Exact statement of this law is, when 2 pairs of traits are combined in a hybrid, segregation of one pair of characters is independent of the other pair of character. You can understand well, when 2 pairs of traits are combined in hybrid, at that time segregation of one pair of character, you can assume from 2 characters anyone, that is independent to other pair of character. Consider the segregation of one pair of genes, suppose capital R and small r. So 50% of the gametes have the gene capital R, and the rest of the 50% they are having small r. So possibility is equal, either capital R 50% or small r again 50%. Now besides each gamete having either capital R small r, or it should have the allele is capital Y small y. The important thing is here, that is segregation of 50% of capital R and 50% of small r is independent from the segregation of capital Y 50% and small y 50%. So both alleles responsible for this purpose, that is capital R and small r, the segregation is independent from capital Y and small y. As you know, gametes are always haploid and in nature, not in that pair of alleles, and they are always pure because they are having any one of single allele, because when gametes are formed at that time meiotic division take place. It means from 2 end diploid cell N cell is formed, that is reduction division, and that's why gametes are always pure and nature. Therefore 50% of the small r bearing gamete has capital Y, and the other rest of the 50% having small y. Vice versa, similarly if we talk about capital R, 50% of capital R bearing gametes capital Y, and rest of the 50% is having small y. So this way, by studying this entire theory mechanism, there are 4 genotypes of gametes. It means that for your understanding, 4 types of pollen and 4 type of eggs we can assume here. So this way, by conducting this dihybrid experiment, now we can understand clearly about law of independent assortment here. Now what is summary, conclusion or observation? These 4 type of genotypes are actually capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, and small r, small y, each with its frequency of 25% of 1/4 of the total gametes produced. When we write down this 4 type of X pollen on the 2 sides of Punnett square method in row and column, it is very easy to derive the composition of zygote that give rise to F2 generation. So by drawing this Punnett square, we take both side gametes, their possible fertilization and fusion, and each and every square box we can say resulting offspring and genotypes we can write here. So by drawing this method, we can easily understand the possibility of genotype in next generation or F2 generation here. Now next theory is chromosomal theory of inheritance. As you know, Mendel is father of genetics. He started his experiment on pea plant to study inheritance of characters from parents to their offspring. He proposed monohybrid and dihybrid experiment and some laws through these experiments also. Number of characters on pea plants studied by Mendel, but at that time facilities were not available when Mendel worked out this all thing regarding genetics or inheritance. Mendel published his work on inheritance of character in 1865, but due to several reasons it remained unrecognized till 1900. You can understand, he worked out lot of on genetics inheritance, but it was not recognized at that time. Some reasons are there for this. Firstly, communication was not easy. Right now so many facilities are available. We have internet facility, we can connect, communicate through this purpose, but at that time in those days it was not possible actually. So his work could not be widely publicized at that time. Secondly, what is second reason? his concept of genes. Actually, at that time it was known as factor as per Mendel. Nowadays they are recognized as gene, a stable and discrete unit that control the expression of traits and of the pair of values which did not blend with each other was not accepted by his contemporaries as an explanation for the apparently continuous variations seen in nature. So this is second reason for same thing. Thirdly, Mendel's approach of using mathematical to explain biological phenomena was totally new and unacceptable to many of the biologists of his time. Actually, his work was very proper at that time because he used statistically and mathematical method for observation, character, phenotype or genotype ratio, but at that time actually no one was knowing about it. So for other biologists, scientists, it was totally new, and at that time majority of scientists or biologists could not accept this formula. So finally, though Mendel's work suggested that factors, it means genes right now, were discrete units, he could not provide any physical proof for the existence of factors or say what they were made of. So due to lack of these facilities, some other regions, this mathematical method not accepted by some other scientists or biologists, at that time Mendel's work was unrecognized.